Wow, I love trains so much, but how do I go somewhere and ride the trains? Michael, well, other person, it was me. I'll tell you right now. What you can do, obviously, get a minecart, get the rail, maybe buy some kelp. It's quite good. You put the minecart down, get on it, and you press W or whatever to move forwards a little bit, and the booster track boosts you along. Okay, but here's the thing. Let me just catch this. Is it stuck? Because that would be a good thing if it was stuck. There's a couple much better ways of doing it. So we have a plugin. You just go in the command, you go in the chat, you type in a command, you say go, and then you say where you want to go, so Rose Hill. And then when you get in a cart, which you do the same way, you just get in it, you press W. When you go over what it says here, a control block, so that's a junction basically in the rail network, it will automatically redirect you to go the right way to get to the place that you said you wanted to go to until you get there. So for example, there's a junction there, so it will tell you it's going to take 18 seconds. And then we sit here and we ride the rails, and it's epic. It's very cool. I'd like to say, before I keep going, this is Rose Hill, that's the station, so it worked. That was good. The plugin doesn't know about the rails, so if you break a rail or something, and then go over a junction, it still takes you that way, and you'll just crash. And if you hit, a cow on the line, it will just bounce you back, and the plugin won't know that you've gotten bounced back, and it won't warn you or anything. So generally, I've tried to set up the rails, so that it's like a nice tunnel, and with it's lit up, there's not going to be any cows over here. But if your rail goes over the top of the land and it hits one of these cows, that's the sound effect for you hitting a cow. And you'll just bounce back. And if somebody, if you just break this track and just make it go off somewhere else, the plugin will just lead you that way instead. And the plugin doesn't know. That's my point. So I'm just saying. So other things that this plugin does. First of all, if I do this and then shoot an arrow at it or something. This is something I often do when I want to catch. It gets away from me, but I didn't have my bow and arrow out before. Turns out, if you have a bow and arrow, you can shoot it, and it will break it, and it will the minecart automatically goes back to whichever inventory it came from. So if you placed it and then you break it, or it breaks by something else, it will go back into your inventory. So it's back here now. It's the same minecart. That wasn't cheating. That's just how the plugin works, so that you can't drop your minecart by accident. The other thing is, you might be noticing, this thing I'm conspicuously staring straight at. This is at most of the stations in the world. Just because it's so useful, so I will have set one of these up. There's only 2 minecarts in here. Oh, but what if more people want to go, You have to refill the minecarts? No, you press the button, automatically puts the minecart out of the chest, and then when somebody breaks this minecart, let's see if I can hit it. Oh, it didn't go very fast. Okay, I hit it. It goes back in the chest. And when you get to a station, it will automatically go back in the chest. So if I say go test east, and then I go, it's just over here. When I get here, it will break this minecart, and I won't pick up the minecart. It will. It's gone back into the chest over there for the next person to come the same way if they want to come straight after me. So it's good to have multiple minecarts if you want to be multiple people at the same time, but often it's just it's just like one person at a time. You know what I mean? So you might be thinking, this is the test area for the minecart system. This is the first ever railway system testing area. I don't know if anyone else has been here except me, but I did make a tutorial here. So you type in go, and then wherever you want to go, and you're thinking, well, how do I know where I want to go? How do I know what the names of the places are? Well, there's a list of them. You type in go list, and then if you want to say go list 2, go list 3, that's a list of all of the stations we've set up. Obviously, it's brilliant. I'm very happy with it because at first there weren't very many stations, and now there's 6 pages of stations. The 6th page might not be full. Yeah, so it's actually 5 pages of stations. There are some weird things with this plugin which I don't like, but the guy who made it, this is the only plugin that I've ever found that does what I want it to do with the rail system, and the guy who made it is like Russian, I think, and he hasn't responded to any comments or done any updates on the plugin for like 5 years. But it's the only one, and it works mostly pretty well, except for some stuff that's behind the scenes, so you don't need to worry about it. So if I want to go test north, I can't remember which one of these stations it is, but I should be able to go this way. It will just, oh, it's right here. Test far north, I think that's what it's called. So yeah, there's a bunch of test stations that are just here. Obviously those aren't very useful. We're going to go over to this station. Done. And there's some minecarts. I made a whole load of minecarts just for this testing area, and then it's useless. But yeah, it works perfectly well, works great. Everything's fine down there, don't worry about it. You might still be thinking, okay, but you know, this list, it just tells me the names of places, you know. What if I want to go to a place, you know, some other way? I don't know. Well, I do have this map available. This is an outdated map, so as ever, you know, I really encourage a lot of people, everybody who feels like it, to make maps and just post them publicly. We have a public map folder that's just a Google Drive folder. If I zoom in on this, you can see, I think, over on the left here, see test stations, Rose Hill. So we just went from Rose Hill to test stations on this map. Like I said, it's outdated. But if you want to go to, for example, Castello di Caffo, it says here you can get there by going to Rose Hill, and then there's a path that goes east. It says here pedestrian trails in the top right, and that's correct, you can do that. So this is a kind of a map of the whole server, but it's not, sorry, I'm messing around a little bit. It's not a map of the whole server, it's just a map of the rail system, because it's really useful, you know. So you can see there's a long one for J-Mart, because J-Mart has like several stations that are called the J-Mart stations, I think. Does it have several stations? There's J-Mart and there's J-Mart Mine. And then you can go east from the south part of J-Mart to get to the corner house or something. But basically this map, other maps, you can ask people. But in general, you can see there's a lot of rail. But it's great because, you know, the reason it's great is, even though I don't necessarily completely condone just going AFK, you can pretty much go AFK. Oh, and almost always there are powered rail, but not completely always, because this is just a testing area, so nobody ever goes there, so that's why that area there doesn't work. But if I just ride it, it's like, okay, I want to go to Donkey Bay, and I don't know where I am, but I don't need to know where I am, I just need to know where I want to go. And the other thing that's good is, obviously these rails just work as regular rails as well as like some interesting thing. So if I want to just go somewhere, like I just want to hit this and I just want to go this way, you can just use it. Like the plugin, I haven't typed anything into the plugin right now, but it's just a rail, it's just Minecraft, it just works like how Minecraft works, and you can just ride it like normal if you want. And you can, you know, you can still benefit from the minecart automatically going back in your inventory, or the minecart automatically placing from a chest in the station. That's really useful, but you don't have to use the /go system if you don't want to. But I mean, you probably do want to, because it's epic. It's like the coolest thing ever. But that's not. I'm looking at this. I'm thinking that's not right. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, no, it is right. It's fine. There you go. So yeah, as the sun sets on this explanation of a train system, I shoot my arrow into the sky symbolically to signal the end of this video. I'm going to end it exactly 10 minutes. No, I'm not. I tricked you. Train jokes. You want a train joke? Oh, we're not going anywhere because I didn't type in a /go. So it's just it just follows the rail just for as long as it wants to. There you go. See, I got the minecart back. That's my special pro tip for this video, is you can get the minecart back. And I just realized that the map was still up and it was covering the screen obviously that whole time. You could see that. I couldn't see that because I was in the other window playing Minecraft. And yeah, but it doesn't matter because, you know, I think I'll just keep this video. I think I won't make I could re-record this whole thing, but there's no point. I think it's fine. Is it fine? Leave a comment if that's not fine and it's not acceptable and I need to make a new video. But I think basically the point of you get on a minecart in Minecraft is pretty clear, and type /go list, and then that, oh hang on, you know what else you can do? /go current tells you where you're going right now. Not very useful, don't really need to know that. /go cancel, that cancels where you're going. You don't need to cancel where you're going, you can just like press shift and just get off the minecart, and that, you know, even if you're going somewhere it doesn't matter because the plugin doesn't force you to do anything. So /go cancel is pretty much useless. And then the /go I think closest, and it will tell you where the closest places are. So Bingus's End is just over there. Apparently it's 148 blocks away. Red and White 168 blocks, and then Jmart is just over there as well, a bit further over. So that is accurate. Those are the closest places, and I don't quite know, you know, you don't necessarily want to go to the closest station, but I guess if you're in the wilderness and you don't know where you are and you want to get a minecart, or if you have the train, you have the track ready, but you don't have food and you think there might be food at the closest station, and then you can type in /go red and white and then go there, then you'll get there and then you'll see if there's food when you arrive. I was going to tell a train joke, but now I've been going for like 15 minutes. Maybe I should do a different video because this is way too long. And it's like I said, it's just trains. I love trains, and I love this train system and everything. But yeah, it's not that complicated really, is it? It doesn't even really need a video. It just needs a little explanation of type in /go and then type the name of the place you want to go, and ask the person that you're going to go and see what the name is, and they'll just tell you, and then you just type that. It's not caps sensitive, that's another thing, but I think I demonstrated that already. So yeah, good luck on your train adventures, every gamer, and see you later.